was a very many more crab every transfer for ye di and come our door. LGBTQI plus queer and then when the kaka ho born in the Yonkuba air da foul fashion share Beman Swa on the Yonku Bema air da 2 ye major party or so dear own penny meaning in Mba Kurana over Quaco for Yonko Bema to Mania dia on some no about baby cost we be matter Yafemo Nafi so a year my conquer Ghana say Brasavia for no aqua certain of my share say abino a year another for the one sign it is the engine to says I don't know a tia a mera and I say a culture a year Hanu saying and yes says I gay so about no Yokuba Eda Bemon Yokubema Eda ye di Emra Etosona say Adimu ewo Ghana no say akase wo mampani e de ne nsa be shekrata ase na afi wa campaign na wa sign say bia magia tum ana say menyin tum say sa de we enkoso ewo Ghana no say ye ho nsem no aye bebrebe na no komode di akoso ama ye yewura a odimu ntintima pa sa de we opese aban no ebebo ato agu say yendi sa ge ne ho nsem no yendi ntum ewo Ghana no say eye yewura eye Sam George a wono na ye mrase bidwane de ma de hia ewo ningo prapram abato empesua so na komode dia koso ma yewura Sam George de tuja no wache say US aban no entimi emeka anase entimi be dictate emfa ma oman konkro Ghana ono enye US aban no ene ba be kire de Ghana yenye na se wo hwemu a Ghana ana afeso Africa ayade se ye independent je se kaba min kabia memo no ye ayade se yetiase ye papa a che se ye de nkabo nkro ye ana detena aye oman konkro Ghana na se Africa nyina eno ti sa de bia betietia aye Africa for na se oman no efa ho de so de nya de se ye beji sa nyuma na de atomo ewo aye oman konkro Ghana no sei ene yewura Sam George kasa ye papa enye asanketo akra ye betena se na fei ye di eho enkomo na sa na busua ye nkoni ntie Sam na te George enkomodi de ode atu edwa efa LGBTQI+ ehon sensem no ho ye bai ba betena se na fei ye di ho enkomo.
It's nobody's business what happens between me and my wife in my bedroom. But when you decide to bring what is supposed to remain in the privacy of your bedroom into public space, then public policy will apply to you. For people who choose to have sex, men who choose to have sex with men. And so the government had to spend $200 million. We're dealing with getting enough beds for our women to give birth when they are pregnant. We should now begin to divert those resources to stitch up the backsides of men who have chosen to go and have sex with men when they begin to have anal tears and anal warts. The people who lose their identity have lost their nation. Ghana is not the 51st state of the United States. Tell the American people, you either do business with us on our terms or you can walk. American businesses that operate in Ghana are not in Ghana because of LGBTQ. They are in Ghana because they make a profit. If you think that because we are protecting our cultural values and saying no to LGBTQ, you want to lose $100 million in profit, pack up and go. Africa must begin to assert our rights. We're not puppets and stooges of the West. And it's just the sheer hypocrisy of America and the West. Carter buys over $1 billion of military hardware every year from America. The punishment for homosexuality in Qatar is death. In Nigeria, the punishment in your law for same-sex marriage is 14 years imprisonment. The maximum in Ghana's law is just 3 years. As Nigeria's economy collapsed, the American economy would not run and the Western economies would not run without African raw material. Why should Ghanaian cocoa and Nigerian cocoa be traded on the New York Stock Exchange and not on the Ghanaian Stock Exchange? I mean, a bank should not be threatening the customer and saying, I won't give you a loan if you don't do what I want. If I don't come to you for a loan, you don't turn a profit. The CDC says that homosexuals are 400% more likely to be suicidal. The young man who walked into a school in the United States 3 months ago and shot up 22 kids was transgender. And this all came from a mental disorder because of him having undergone a gender change or gender reassignment when he was 8 years old. Even on the African continent, which country has the highest crime rate? South Africa. Why? Because they've embraced homosexuality as one of the growing factors in that country. So companies like DSTV, for example, will have to be careful about the kind of movies that they show in Ghana. The kind of content you show on TV must be censored. You cannot be a social media influencer and creating content that is contrary to the laws of the land. The punishment for advocacy is the strictest punishment in the bill. The punishment for advocacy is higher than the punishment for the act itself.
Right, I was saying better than for you didn't come out for LGBTQI+. And who says seminal and so nana you know come
Oye Sam George me bona baso akasa yi pa na kamia say politicians on better position ana omunyansa aba nti o yi dia omunyansa aba ya na nyasam ne nka nti ya mefo sika ya de ma nyina no na ye sebe ebeje atumudie atum nti na omde ma ya na ana Sam George Sam make a very good and critical point to be said America for many Arabs no di nkita ho bebre omno mo edi nkita ho bebrebe ade na omdo kan ti om kwaje atumudie ene sam wasam no antum because om nso mo yem fasa ankwasasam no enfo mo fichire ana mo kwaza e de se mo amre ya e hode e wukodi obi trum ni esom se kabo so nim na peja ba ma de ko wuro obi betrum ni esom a deaf a sentenced by death ada se be boa ya be boa bo ba kum ana se be tuti crafus na wudu jimi na kwasamai do ayo kwasasem so wo na nya sem ne yanka timisem woi so oba pa hwegana fo Africa fo masre ehu si akono yi de ho gana ko mo akono a Ghana forma
Shatta ko gina dum ne hade
na oba besia kwasia da bi pa oba besia efri kumase so obesa won kan no fri nka so obesa kuma na techima ebesa kumase na so sunya na ebesa kumase na wo fri kumase mpo e kompracho sunya na
okọ salome nim ne adade no akonya oba sabio ye nso abrofo ma so mo hyede ne hip ye hip na wode ahwene kakra gusu dia ma abrofo ma romoto e flat
what ya say na we nyina wo ho na so wo mpana da wujimi ope sebe onyonko ba matrum na ado ba makowura na we asase adaje e discuss eye me time men kan kwasi prat kasem papa se won ye no ana ame aw bi so ba nyan sani bi obaka to se sebe kote apagya ana ba ma apagya pa usom na hwe na nimsi a ni kakake osem dem pese me dem nyon men sado chiri me nyonko ba na mo pe ba dia na mo duru afa ne se kwaje ba nyam betua bo kapa enti se ye se ye values even though some man kan ha so sa na ya sa da age kan ko me tan na so so na duru mra bi na se aba na se de o se nyina e chichirim se omo so e omo mpene na de amodo omo ni di achi na ya nhwe na ye kwaje tumu anhwa na sikara ndo na se tumudi tira mo sikara ma dia na nra meksa kan ha se me kwa me pede sa omunye asase age tumudi atum ya buya ni egu ya butumudi achinye ya buna bichi ya nyintum enti omo first kana ma ye ka ba me adwene
oh yes because your natural resources will be
oh man ya wo lithium oh petrol oil oh gold oh diamond oh boxer oh rosewood oh bibia bi e wa wo Kofi na akora wawu enti de bebiem na wo pa nti wuntumi a enti sa wo koye samasa ekoje tumudie tum ne nsa nkwasasam tum ansana eti we de amene Sam George ya akene
because me kra me titi bibi se finance minister Yera Keno Foriata former finance minister as this were presidential advisor said den dey ese sika bi a eba de sika ne modu panti ni kwansa akufado sign ansana
sika ne modu na sika amade man se munyi tumudie ntum ni emfa mo anansa sika no komo de bechen ana bosia ana ye resource wa bebrebe ho entitewa na maka abo ano de akwaje saa bosia no ezaro nipa nso won fa saa bosia kan hu se won hu so yere patuntum to opeso obu fa so eti mo adwe ne nya adwuma nta meseme de mese I am for cry move from kasa say am musika bi yere se be wu krum ha ye mu but your leaders are so lazy that they cannot even think and plan so say ye be gene oh da bi nsase na da ho Ghana tutuko hotel ye o kwan finfin na fa nsoguo na baako fa nsoguo mienu fa nsoguo miensa na honondon na fa brochure o san fifia nti adentina ye tam obi edi tetema nti de Sam George kan de me ya gene sanka until say America for be Qatar, Dubai, UAE and all these Arab countries, you know. Akokacha say munyi tumudie, munyi gays nti munyi LGBTQ+ queer one entum ayensa ye ne munyi adwuma biem. In any case, gold ne one number for free e ye no mo na benefit. Vakofo alle pipe efrium company ho abato ayi habo. And omo na raw materials na ekogu omo ship direct to US. no de akoye cars no de abre ne asa to mo de akoye ne na abre eti they are not giving us nya sabi o nya your friends say in katekwami no mo sama ye no butter system ye adwuma eti no mene sando agye adwuma mene ya adwene say on this occasion there waka sem ni ye pa na ebo ono ankasa nso ni obi aba 2015 na o wa ban mu ne nsem ono so kan ye eti ameka sa say ye politicians to mo aban mu o mo kasa anko na mo ko position so a o ma ban we wa no hu dua buro ni sa no da ben na ogigina mu chenchena say ye nkosan LGBTQ+ law ba wo hu so ni aban to o ye ne ma e ba ma aban no why unpopular in the sight of certain people then so aban bia wutie so ye people aban so this aban o atrumudifo nti ana obe pardon obi dia ene na omobro chenhwa nti ebe sere wo se maye mabrofo nhihye so all the time shadow mbako so ahye so cause adwene nya dwuma na emo ikodu maybe you take a decision ye borders with our a friend saying cultural values and so see a tie de omoka na fie start nwene so o man
right I will say for like share na fifa comment in the comment section I say efa emaye yakra mo